What's up, everybody? Hashtag 40 Acre Addicts. I'm your host, Steven, joined by my co-host, Henry. What's up, everybody? We
What's
are
up?
we are entering the last week of college football, rivalry week. Got a lot of games to be played and a lot of hope to make this ship. A lot of scenarios that have to go in our favor, along with a lot of scenarios that have to go just in the hands of not us again for not winning out. And that's on us. That's on us.
The best we can do is win out, beat Tech, and win the Big 12. And then let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah. And the football gods, I think and a lot of CFP has to do with two things, and one's never mentioned, but it always comes down to it. Number one is who you played. It's why smaller colleges who have undefeated records don't ever get in, et cetera, et cetera. Cincinnati had its chance, and then it made an example of why we don't let teams like that get in. The other, that's
The
that
root of
money.
all evil.
That's that money. You think Oregon? I'm talking about one-loss teams. You think Oregon is going to bring in more money in the playoff than Texas? No. Alabama could come close, but not another school with the one loss. We're not talking about undefeated teams. We ain't talking about Georgia. But one loss teams. Ain't nobody in there bringing in more money to that CFP than us.
Heard that.
And like
That's
you
a
said,
fact, Jack.
money rules everything.
Unfortunately.
You know.
Unfortunately, it does. Anyways, we got to beat Tech this week, bro. I want to blow them out. I want to
Yeah,
blow them out.
I want a goose egg as well. With us having Devondre Sweat, number 9 on the Heisman list. How about that?
Woo!
I'm just
That's
saying,
big.
man, my opinion, Sweat's going high in the draft on our team, and he's going top 5.
Unless we can talk him into coming back for a COVID year, baby.
That
Come
man could
on,
get
Sweat.
hurt, and he's still leaving for the draft.
How much you need to come back for a COVID year? How much?
It couldn't. Even Texas couldn't pay him enough. Even Texas
Man,
couldn't pay him enough.
you imagine having him in our first year in the SEC?
At least we got him in our last in the Big 12.
Hey, yeah, there's still a chance we might have Murphy though, at least.
Yeah. Oh man, and Murphy's a dog.
Murphy's a dog. He comes back next year, he'll be in the same boat Sweat is right now.
Number 1 defensive back. I mean, defensive tackle in the nation
Up for
by
the
far.
Heisman.
Like we
Up for
we
the
got
Heisman, bro. That's Bo Davis.
yeah, we got a defense that is very statistically close to Georgia's those first 2 years in their championships, but our DBs just got to step up a little bit, and we could have matched numbers. It's the only thing we're really lacking in. But that front seven, man, we're gonna make a documentary here in some years. Just saying, Sarkeesian's getting a documentary. It's gonna happen, and when it happens, we'll be able to say we were there for the first ship. We
Yeah.
were there for Shark's first ship, the start of it all. We just gotta we just gotta win out, take care of
If,
business tomorrow, and keep it in our hands. We got to
yeah,
keep it in our
if
hands.
we beat Tech, we're guaranteed in.
Yeah.
If we lose to Tech, a few things have to happen, or a couple things have to happen.
And we don't want that. We got to keep it
We
in
don't
our
want
hands.
that. I'm really thinking our team's going to come in fired up, and this might be the game where we get all gas, no brakes.
It would send a message to the playoff committee, I think,
We need it. Shoot, we need a blowout.
because that's the main thing everybody's talking about.
We
That's the
haven't
main.
dominated anybody since Baylor.
That's exactly what everybody's talking about. Is Texas isn't dominating. They're winning. They're not dominating.
At all.
And winning does winning does play for exciting football though. I will
Hey,
say that.
Sarkisian got his first 10-win season, baby.
10-win Shark.
Yeah, 10-win Sark.
Oh man, I just want to see Sweat that getting in the car, boy. How about that 9 yards, get? How about that
Nah,
9 yards?
hey, here's the stat. They averaged 14.4 inches a carry.
So 14.4, so a foot and 2 inches. You ain't even getting a yard. Mm-mm. That's struggling. That's like the coach just feeling bad for you and just scooting the football up a football leap every time. You don't win ball games that way.
Oh man, and all that shit they were talking, bro. All that
All that
shit they were
shit.
talking.
I mean, right off the rip, we knew what it was when number 54 tried to, what's his name again? It don't matter. Mr. Left Guard, Big Mouth, tried to hold Sweat, and Sweat swatted that ball down looking like a center in the NBA.
I can't believe
He had hops on that jump.
you can't talk something like that and not have a secret weapon ready to go. Like, what was he thinking? I don't know.
I know he was bigger in person than I thought. Seeing him on camera, and I was like, I was like, he's kind of small. And then come to see him in person, he didn't have the high sweat did, but he had the size Murphy does, every every bit of it. Maybe he was just cocky, cocky country boy,
I
and
guess.
and I think
Drunk. You think he was drunk?
possibly, but I will say
They had some
to
vodka in the Gatorade at practice.
to compliment what he said at the end of his interview. What was the last thing he said again? This girl keeps walking around me like a
About
circle.
our egos and they need to be checked.
I believe that man got checked like Nike today. It's Saturday. He got checked like he was sponsored by Nike. I
Oh,
didn't see
shit.
him doing no check-ins. He got checked. This whole offensive line got checked. Running
I'll
back
take
got
it.
checked.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Oh,
like
you
it.
done it.
I like
Big
it a
old
lot.
time. You don't talk shit and taunt the other team. We learned that the hard way. We learned that the hard way. BJ Foster, when he said Jalen Hurts or Kyler Murray and one or the other better slide, they know it's good for them. And then what happened? We lost.
Bad.
But
Mm. You right.
you just don't do that. You just let the talking happen on the gridiron. What's that Oregon coach say before he played Colorado? Let the
Uh,
let the battle happen on the grass,
yep.
not in the mouth.
Yep. All
Yeah.
right. We have 0 people watching.
That's natural.
It's natural, right?
Natural. Our views dropped big time. Everybody must be waiting on another Quinn Ewers Arch Manning highlight. Well, we'll try to get as many as we can at the Big 12 championship if we beat Texas this weekend. We got to take care of business first. Must take care of business first.
we have to take care of business first, and we need to do it in style with no worries, like 14, 21, nothing in the first quarter.
No nail biting, no gray hairs, no screaming at the bunnies, none of that.
Selling the whole game, eating snacks, and feeling good.
Man, if we if we went out and make the playoffs and advance to the national championship, whether we win or not, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be extremely proud of this program under Sharp. In 3 years to do that, Mac didn't do it in 3 years.
You know how happy I'm going to be just to win the Big 12 championship?
Oh man,
It's the last year we're in it, and Sark's got us really close to
sending us
being
off the way we came in.
being in it to win it. We're really close. Can you believe the season's this close to being over?
And you know the scary part is, get next year we have a really good chance of winning the first of the new SEC championship. Because
Bro,
from my knowledge, when we move over there, it's still scheduled for us to play particular teams every year. Oklahoma, A&M, and Arkansas, I think we're supposed to still get every year. But I don't think they're going to do the division. I think they're going to go away with division, and it's going to be straight one conference. Best two teams get in the championship per
uh,
Paul Feinbaum.
yeah, shit, I lost train of thought.
It's crazy when someone walks by you, ain't it?
Yeah, hey,
It
next year
does.
though, they're saying we're probably gonna beat Michigan in week 2.
It's a crazy thing to know that we have them in week 2, and we could possibly, if things go right and we win out, be playing them in the playoff, possibly championship. Like,
If we end this year, let's just say on a New Year's Six bowl win. If we just let's say that all state whatever, uh, and then we beat Michigan in week 2 next year, we'll be in the top 3, 2.
I know if we only make a New Year's Six bowl, win or lose, Quinn comes back. If we make playoffs and go further, Quinn leaves because then he'll have enough high to be one of the top 3 drafted quarterbacks. But if he just
I
makes the
just
Sugar Bowl, he won't be.
is playoffs a reality for you?
Winning out, yes, absolutely. Like I said before, you have the two hands. You got this little bitty Whopper sandwich hand, and it's got this small amount of scenarios. If we win, this is both of us winning out. Both scenarios, us winning out. This hand, it's got a small amount of things that could happen that takes us out. This hand is Goliath size, and it's got a shitload of scenarios that could happen that puts us in it. But regardless, either hand is irrelevant if we don't win out. But let me go ahead, since we're on that note, pop up all the pictures so we can get to talking, and I'll tell you why this is. Why this reason are we have so much more chance to get in the playoffs if we win out For multiple reasons. Let me start with my personal favorite. You have Florida State. Florida State has to play Florida next week. Florida is not doing great, but they are an SEC team. They are not an ACC team. They are an SEC team. And they have played everybody tough. And they play their rivalry game with Florida State tough
Where's it at?
this weekend.
Where is it?
You'll have to look at. Let me look it up. You'll have to look it up.
I can't.
Well, it's irrelevant.
No, it's
Regardless,
not.
it isn't. But it's not. It's irrelevant for me to make my point. I don't need
Oh,
it to make my point. So that's already a game biter with the fact that Jordan Travis is not playing.
true that. True that. And he said
Then,
he would not return to college.
then his very next week, they're going to the conference championship, win or loss. And guess who they have to play? One loss Louisville, who is balling right now, who has offense and defense, who has a quarterback. They do not have a quarterback. That's the one team we need knocked out to put us in. We are the best one loss team. We've already established that. With them out, that gives you Georgia, Washington,
Ohio
and
State.
then depending on who wins, or Michigan. No, Ohio State or Michigan, because they're not going to win out. They have to play each other.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that only gives you three undefeated teams. And we are already the best one loss team. That's all we need. But let me go ahead and throw some more in there. Let me throw some more in there. With Ohio State and Michigan playing, they still have to go to their conference championship game, which is going to be against the 9-2 Iowa, which has great defense, but I'm not counting on this one to go in our favor. But it's always a possibility. It's
Everything's a possibility.
especially in championship games.
Whoo!
Then you have Washington. Washington is undefeated. They're one of the
Correct.
three. They're one of the three I just talked about. Now Washington has already beaten Oregon. But regardless of what the scenario goes this week, Washington and Oregon, they don't have divisions. They rematch. It's already set in stone. They rematch in conference. What's the
Yep.
possibility of Washington having to beat the same team twice when they struggled to beat them the first time? And Oregon is a hungry team.
And they got a good D.
The favors, if we win out, are in our hand, Get.
We got to beat Tech this week.
We got to beat Tech this week, and we'll
And then
take
it
it from
don't
there.
matter who we playing in the championship. It don't matter who we playing if we beat Tech this week.
Don't. Other games to be point out before Georgia even gets to Bama. Georgia still has to play Georgia Tech. They play them hard. Georgia Tech has a good. They have a. Never mind.
No. Georgia's gonna win that game by 30.
And Washington still has to play Washington State, which is a rivalry, before they even go play Louisville.
No, before they play Oregon.
Oregon, I'm sorry. So many teams.
I got your
Now we
back,
go.
baby. I'm
Now we
listening.
go. Yeah, now we go to Alabama. Alabama, given Auburn's not doing great, it's the Iron Bowl. It's our Red River rivalry. A lot happens. The kick, 2013, man. A lot
You
happens in
said
the Iron
Auburn?
Bowl. Yes,
New
Auburn.
Mexico State just beat Auburn.
Shut up.
This last Saturday.
Here's another scenario for our. Hey, you got me on one.
Yeah, it was New Mexico State's first ever in history win against the SEC team? Any SEC team?
So hear this one.
I'm
Before,
hearing you, baby.
what's the one loss team that's ahead of us?
Oregon.
They have to play Oregon State this weekend.
And then Washington
And Oregon State
is
has
good.
DJ Ungalaya, who is balling right now. They have a monster. They have the best defense in the Pac-12. They're honestly the only team in the Pac-12 that has a defense.
Oregon's D's pretty good.
For the Pac-12,
Yeah.
but saying you got a lot of scenarios going in our favor, get.
Yeah. All we gotta do is beat Tech this week, right?
And look
Beat
forward
Tech,
to the next
beat
week.
Tech this week at home by a lot. Beat them by a lot. Beat them 56 to 56 to 10.
56-10 ain't good enough.
That's
I
my
want
prediction.
I want
56
to
to 10.
I
You
want
got it
to
right here. Look up the receipt at 21 minutes and 30 seconds.
we cash in and checking.
Mm.
Oh,
That's what I want it to be, bro.
you know what I want it to be? I want a professional chiropractor to pop every fucking bone in my body aggressively.
Oh, I
Then
got you.
then once he's done, I want to lay flat, numb to the ground because how in pain, but in a good way, I feel from all the bones being popped. And then I want a professional masseuse to come and massage all the pain away.
I can do the first one. I can't do the second one.
You
Not
can't
for
do the
you.
first one. The way you
Yeah.
pop back, man, I'm be in a wheelchair.
I'm gonna put you in a tire and roll you down the street.
That'd probably give me back problems. No, I
No, it's
fix it.
gonna pop. It's gonna pop everything very aggressively, like you said.
I'd
Be
rather
careful
have a
what you
big,
wish for.
I'd rather have a big, strong bulldog grab me and just one like you see in what's that damn movie from the 60s? No, from the 80s. Where they're all in high school and they're looking through the peephole in the girls' locker room. What's that movie called?
Porkies.
Porky's. Yeah,
I
the
can't
the
believe you remember that movie.
yeah. I'm that old, yet.
You that young.
I'm that old. That movie is 80s. I'm 92.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So,
I watched it in the theaters.
oh, Porky's.
I think they called them cinemas back then, though.
Nowadays, half the stuff in that movie is a crime.
Oh, hey, bro, I got this chick on TikTok that makes you really listen to the words to some of the songs that we grew up to, and they're really bad. Really bad.
Go in detail.
Jack and Diane, have you ever listened to the actual words?
I don't like the song.
Yeah. It's about him wanting to hit it and smash, and he does.
I saw one that was like that. It was
There's a bunch of them, bro. A bunch of them.
what's that one? 2000, I think it came out. It's kind of like that. Come my lady, come my lady. It's like that era. You my sugar fry, butterfly
Oh
sugar
yeah,
baby.
sugar fry, huh?
something like that. It was one of them songs, and the whole song is actually telling the girl, "Come on, man, don't worry about your man. I can show you a new way. Come cheat on him with me, and don't feel bad about it." Oh, close your eyes and take you away. I'll be the one to something swimmer and follow me, and I can guarantee you won't find nobody else like me. He's telling her to leave her old man. He's Sancho.
Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker, he's Sancho in that. Yeah. Tell him, come on, girl. He don't treat you good. You come be with me, I'll treat you better. Yeah.
That Michael Jackson song. That little boy is not my son. The whole thing is about him.
But our love had just begun.
Yeah, the whole thing is about him having sex with a girl and then tell her that kid ain't mine. It ain't mine. He's like, he's yours. No, the little boy is not my son.
I do know what you're talking about. That's crazy, yeah. But back on the football. Uh,
Tech is
oh,
out. I think what I've been hearing is they're out. They're starting defensive tackle, which is going pro. So I don't even think this game is important enough for him to even play. So if they're without him, oh bro, we should be pretty dominant in the run game for sure. With whoever's back there, Cedric Baxter, Jaden Blue, Keelan Robinson, Xavion Red. I lost you, baby. Steve O. It had to be when he was eating too. All right, we're gonna go ahead and end this then. He ain't coming back. I appreciate y'all, Longhorn Nation. Y'all come back, watch us. Love y'all. Good luck to good luck to the Longhorns this week against Texas Tech, man. Y'all go out there and kick some ass. Love y'all.